church was directly implicated in the slaughter of indigenous people on this continent. The church was directly implicated in the conquest of the Southwest, was directly implicated in sending indigenous children to boarding schools to strip them of their culture, to cut their hair, to kill the Indian and save the man for Jesus. So I think we can actually say that the church has some blood on its hands that it must now atone for, and it doesn't get to atone for it by simply carrying the cross and saying we're all made in the image of God. That is, well, I actually agree with what you're saying about all of us being in the image of God. I also know that we have made the image of God a white man, and it's on crucifixes at this college. So the fact that you can say that we're all in the image of God, yes, but Western Christianity has decided that God looks like my people. And first century Jews didn't. I would prefer the notion that we're not a race when we decide to make Jesus black for a year. Just a year, and then we can switch it back, and then we can make it brown. And I know every time I say that, people get angry. They say, it doesn't matter what Jesus looked like. It only matters what he did. Cool. Then you don't need to make him look like that. We made him look like that. So in fact, I agree, we're all made in the image of God. If that's what you believe, that's totally cool. I get that. But in this society, you and I both know that we haven't had a society predicated on the notion of equal treatment, and the inequalities have been specifically about, among other things, although there are other things, they've been about race, they've been about ethnicity, they've been about class, they've been about gender, they've been about sexuality, they've been about disability, so that those identity categories, because they have been given real weight and power, like they actually have had consequence, not because they should have, but because unequal societies made them meaningful. Now we live with the effect of that. To say we're not going to see that, or that we don't see that, and frankly, you can say that I'm anthropologically reductionist. I can assure you, based on the research from social psychology, that when you say you don't actually see black people, you are not being honest.